Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. It's my birthday week, so I'm very excited. I do love my birthday. I'm like a big kid. I think it's a beautiful time when it's just all about you. So, my darling Aries, let us get into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aries, what messages does Aries need to know for this week of August the 25th? I can't believe we're at the end of August already. These months are just flying by. Before we know it, we'll be all looking forward to Christmas again. All right, my darling Aries, let's see what we have for you as overarching energy. Round and round. So this card comes up when, we may have some energy of, feeling that we're going back over a situation where things seem to be going round and round. So it may be, we are out of Mercury retrograde now, so maybe there was some things in the last few weeks that have come up for you that you feel that you're just going back over situations and back over things that have happened from the past and back over the same, the same old, if that makes sense. One thing that I do know, and is the saying that I like to say, is if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So, maybe this is an opportunity for you to do something different, not stay on the hamster wheel, my darling Aries, and, break out of that energy of feeling that you're going round and round and round in circles. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Aries. What does Aries need to know for this week of the 25th? Cards don't want to go back together. Let's see what we've got going on. Strength card, the Emperor, 2 major arcana, and Queen of Swords. This is you. You're showing up here, my darling Aries. So I like to see that. So there, powerful energies for you this week, my darling Aries. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Strength card. So strength in the tarot is not about brute strength and brute force. It is about emotional strength, emotional, stability, getting your emotions under control, my darling Aries. So for you here, you can see also this infinity symbol here. There's only 4 cards in the tarot that have this infinity symbol, and it is that symbol of infinite possibilities, my darling Aries. So, in the traditional tarot, the traditional tarot, she's not pregnant here. In the traditional tarot, she's actually a virgin. So, I find this symbolism strange, but, this is, it symbolizes, the virgin being able to put their hand in the lion's mouth and the lion succumbing to, this person's will. And the tail between the legs the lion has his tail between his legs. So, that's also an energy of, or a symbol of, the lion succumbing to her will. So the symbolism here is, or the meaning of this card is that I feel you will, how this relates to you is that you will have, tamed whatever inner beast has been going on, whatever maybe some inner conflicts may have been, going on. I feel that you will have tamed these, my darling Aries. And, that may have something to do with that round and round card where you feel that you've been, going around in circles on something and I think this is the week where the round and round stops. Like, as I said to you before, I feel that this is the week that energy stops for you and you start taking back control, my darling Aries. So I love to see that for you. And then here you are, my darling Aries. So the Emperor card, as I said, is Aries. It's you. It's your energy. But this is also a card of, control and hard control and being maybe even controlling. But I feel for you that it's more you are taking control here, my darling Aries. You're taking control of your world, my darling Aries, which I love to see. When you show up in your own reading, you come from a place of power and strength, and it really allows you to get what you want from the reading, my darling Aries. So I really love to see you showing up here. And, you can see the Emperor sits on his throne just in a state of leadership, in a state of authority, my darling Aries. So I feel that you will, yes, this is you showing up, but I also feel that you, as I said with the Strength card, that you will take control of this hamster wheel that you may have been on. As I said, that energy of going round and round is showing up here. So there may have been a time, in the past where you feel that you've just been going back over a situation and where you feel that it may have been out of control for you. This is the week, my darling Aries, where you show up, you come from that place of power and strength and take back your control, my darling Aries. And then you have the Queen of Swords here as well. And this is just a confirmation, really, for me, because the Queen of Swords is all about clarity and, cutting through the nonsense and cutting out the crap with her two swords here and really getting to the heart of the issue and rising above any of the noise that may be around you at this time. You can see she's got clouds here halfway up her body. It means that she is above the clouds, that she has gained that clarity. She's leaving the uncertainty and the messiness and the noise below her. She has risen above. Her head is above the clouds. And in the traditional tarot, her sword is up and her hand is out, symbolizing she is ready to receive. She is ready to cut out what no longer serves her and move forward and receive what is rightfully hers, my darling Aries. And I say hers, his, things like that. There is no gender in the tarot. It's just, what's depicted on the card. It's the energy of the card, my darling Aries. So, I feel for you that you will gain that clarity that you need here in order to be able to take back your control, take back the energy that you need to, take back that feeling of going round and round, my darling Aries. So, yeah, this is a great, powerful reading for you. I feel, what's popping into my head is turning point. I feel that this week will be some kind of turning point for you, my darling Aries. So I'm going to put it all together. I just feel that this is happening. I feel this round and round has been in the past and you're ready to come out of that energy now. You're ready to move forward and not go round and round anymore. You've got the clarity here with the Queen of Swords. You're cutting out the shit. You're cutting out the crap. You're rising above what has been unseen or what has been unclear, my darling Aries. You show up here to take back control, of your world and move in the direction that you need to move with all the strength that you need, my darling Aries. So yeah, I love, this is a beautiful reading for you, my darling Aries. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this is if this resonates with you. Drop it in the comments if you felt that you've been going round and round on sort of the hamster wheel and not being able to get off the ride. I feel that this is the week that you will get off the ride, my darling Aries. All right, let's see what final messages we've got coming in for you. Yeah, no need to worry, they say, my darling Aries. Listen to your intuition. Yes, I feel that that will be important to you. I feel that that's part of, you know, cutting through the crap and gaining clarity. Yeah, remain positive, they say. So, I mean, all these cards here are, you know, giving you that confirmation that things are moving more positively in your favor. Within the next few weeks, they say, there's something better. There sure is. I mean, I can see that coming in just here with, you know, the cards that are, you know, on the table here for you. There is definitely something, you know, that is going to prove much better for you. I feel the energies will, you know, move far better in your favor, my darling Aries. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of 25th of August, 2025. It's my birthday week. I love my birthday. I am, you know, just the biggest kid at heart, and I just feel aging is a privilege. So every year that I've been around the sun, I am very grateful and feel very lucky. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into your reading, my darling Taurus. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling, I cannot shuffle these cards. Every time I've tried to shuffle them, they fly out everywhere. So I do apologize, but no, see, just they stick, and then they're just so shiny. They either stick or fly. So, and they're big too. My hands have trouble holding them anyway. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for this week of the 25th of August? Imagine. Oh, I love this card. Imagine. So you can see on this card, it's a card of, you know, I guess using your imagination here. You can see there's a person here like a child, and they've got their string around the moon. They want to bring from heaven to earth their ideas, their, you know, their goals, their dreams, as you can see, you know, on here. I love this. So, you know, what is your dream, my darling Taurus? Do you have a goal, wish, or dream that you want to bring down to earth? I feel with this coming in for you this week, my darling Taurus, that this could be the time where a goal, wish, or dream comes to fruition, or you're being encouraged to grab hold. You know, look for the signs, look for the synchronicities, and take hold of, you know, this moon if you can, my darling Taurus. All right, let's consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week of the 25th of August? Knight of Wands, Justice, love it, and the Empress. Yeah, wow. Wow, my darling Taurus. We've got some, you know, beautiful energies coming in this week. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Knight of Wands, and, you know, what I feel here for you with the Knight of Wands is that you're being encouraged to get going, my darling Taurus, to take action that you need to take in order to move forward, to get the job done, to do whatever it is that you want to do, my darling Taurus. I feel that this is a week of movement for you. It's not a week for you to hold back, to, you know, sit down, to take things slowly. This is a week for you to get moving, get going. Take, as you can see here, take the horse by the reins and move forward, my darling Taurus. Move towards whatever that is, that Imagine card means to you, whatever that goal, wish, or dream is for you, my darling Taurus. You're being encouraged to get moving, to move towards it, my darling Taurus, which love for you. Then you have the beautiful Justice card. So the Justice card comes in when there's some kind of either, legal situation where it could be karmic justice. There could be, a settlement coming in, could be, a legal settlement, could be an insurance settlement, something where, justice is needed, my darling Taurus. And for you, it's coming in to let you know that justice has been served, my darling Taurus. So you can see she holds this, that she, in the traditional tarot, she's got her sword up. In this one, it's here, but in this one, she's got her arm up. She is righteous, and she holds the scales of balance. So justice restores balance, my darling Taurus. And for you, I feel that there has been some kind of injustice, and you are correcting that, my darling Taurus. Or if that's not the case, then there is, if you're going through some kind of legal battle, that justice will be restored. If, you've had a hard time, if someone has been causing problems for you, I feel that karmic justice will be rewarded to you. That, if you've been working hard, if you've been, giving of yourself, if you have been, doing things for others, expecting nothing in return, karmic justice could be coming in for you, my darling Taurus, which, I feel is beautiful for you. And then you have the beautiful Empress card. So the Empress is all about abundance, and, it's feminine energy, it's Venus energy, as you can see the Venus symbol here, which is feminine energy. But look, this, it's not, there is no gender in the tarot. So, the Empress is female energy. It's that feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy. In the traditional tarot, she's also pregnant as well. So it's like the birth of giving life to something, giving life to a new idea, giving life to an actual human, my darling Taurus. So if you are pregnant, congratulations. If you're wanting to get pregnant, this could be the right time for you as well, my darling Taurus. I'm definitely picking up that as well, that if you've been wanting to get pregnant, or wanting, or hearing, wanting to have, to have that in your family or something like that, I feel that you could hear that. I feel that could come in this week for you. I feel like if that was your dream, that it could possibly come to fruition this week, my darling Taurus, because of that, just that energy that's around at the moment. It could be karmic justice, it could be, it could be literal justice. But I feel what's important for you, my darling Taurus, is that you need to take action towards it. It's not just going to magically happen. If you want a baby, you need to do things to make the baby. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just going to be the Immaculate Conception and happen, is it? So, if you get my drift. So that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, is that you need to, as I said, take the horse by the reins here and move towards whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you've been wanting to bring into fruition, my darling Taurus. So yeah, I've probably already put it together, but I will, give you a bit more of another overview. That, I just feel that, you've been, with this Imagine card here, you've been wanting some goal, wish or dream, and I feel like it's been, something that you've been longing for and wanting for a long time, but that just hasn't seemed like it's the right time, or it hasn't seemed that it's within grasp. But with this, I love this, with this depiction here where she's like thrown a bit of string over the moon and she's ready to pull it down. I feel that that's what's coming in for you this week, but I do feel that you need to take action towards it, that it is going to be instigated by you, my darling Taurus. And the outcome is karmic justice or literal justice, and that feeling of abundance and, something new is a possibility of coming in for you as well, my darling Taurus. So yeah, wow. Love these energies for you, my darling Taurus. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know in the comments, put in the comments, is there some, have you been waiting for something? Could it be, you've been trying hard to get pregnant? Let me know if it resonates. I'd love, to be able to congratulate you. Anyway, all right, let's get final messages for you. Improving health. Yeah, and I feel that that's just a byproduct of you, getting your ducks in a row and taking action, my darling Taurus. Ask for help from others. If you need help, ask for it, my darling Taurus. There is help around you. Remain positive, they say. Yeah, that is crucial, my darling Taurus. I don't feel that anything can happen if you don't have that positive energy, because that's the law of attraction. Like attracts like, my darling Taurus. And if you don't have a positive outcome, you won't draw positivity to you, if that makes sense. Not the right time, they say. Choose a new direction. Yeah. What I feel with that, so don't freak out with the not the right time, but I feel that it's, it hasn't been the right time. It hasn't been the right time, or it's made you feel like it's not the right time because the direction you've been going in isn't the right direction for you, my darling Taurus. I feel that, you're being encouraged here that it hasn't been the right time because you need to go in a different way. You need to move out of, whatever energy has been holding you back, is what I feel, my darling Taurus. But I can only see beautiful things coming in for you this week, my darling Taurus. Thank you for watching, and I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards, and finishing off with angel answer cards. All right. My darling Geminis, what messages does Gemini need to know for this week? It is my birthday week, so I am this week. I love birthdays. I just feel it's such a privilege to make another journey around the sun. So, I feel, yes, I'm getting older, but I'm also getting wiser, so I love it. You have mending, my darling Gemini. So maybe this week there is obviously something that you need to mend, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, a project. If there's a project you're working on that needs some adjustment, it could be, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a relationship with a family member, a friend, work colleague, boss, something like that. But, mending, just might be something in your life where it feels a little broken, my darling Geminis. So, this could be a good week for you to mend, obviously, what's been broken, my darling Gemini. So let us consult the tarot here and see what messages you've got coming in for you, my darling Geminis. What does Gemini need to know for this week of August the 25th? Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands has come up quite a lot. I feel that this is a week definitely of taking action, my darling Geminis. I feel that the energy this week, now that we've come out of Mercury retro shadow, all that that stagnant energy that was holding everyone back, that was, encouraging you not to move, not to make bold moves forward. This is the week that I feel everyone that is being encouraged to take bold move forward, my darling Geminis. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Queen of Swords. And I feel actually in this reading that this is you, that you are coming in, my darling Geminis, as the Queen of Swords. Now, this is air energy, the Queen of Air, and you are, Gemini, air sign. So I feel this will be particularly potent for you this week, my darling Geminis, that you're embodying this energy of the Queen of Swords. You can see here she has clouds halfway up her body here. In the traditional tarot, yes, they're halfway up her body, but she has the sword up, and her one hand is the sword up, and one hand is her hand is out, ready, open to receive, my darling Gemini. So I feel for you that this week is going to bring you clarity, my darling Geminis, that you are going to rise above the chaos, the noise, the whatever has been clouded for you, if I can say that. I feel that too because the moon's come in too, that you're going to gain clarity on what was hidden from you, my darling Geminis, which will allow you, I feel, to move forward and mend whatever you feel has been broken, my darling Geminis. So yeah, I feel a very clear message this week. Like I think I probably just told you the whole thing already, but if I don't want to just give you a 4-minute reading, I will continue. So you then have the moon, and as I said, the moon is all about what is hidden, in the shadows. The moon casts shadows. The moon, yes, it illuminates, but it illuminates what is hidden, and it allows it to stay hidden, my darling Geminis. So, but it is a temporary energy. The moon comes up, the moon comes down, then the sun comes up. So the moon doesn't hang around for long, but what it does is cast shadows, and it reminds us that to be aware of what is hidden in the shadows. And I feel though with this Queen of Swords, you will gain clarity on that this week, that you will be able to bring light to what has been hidden, my darling Geminis. Or, the moon can also be confusion as well, and, mysteries as well, or like what's hidden, hidden mysteries. I feel that you will get the answers that you need this week, my darling Geminis, because I feel this moon energy is temporary for you, that you're coming out of what's been hidden, and you will gain the clarity that you need. And then you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is all about taking action. You can see she's got the horse by the reins here, and she is taking bold, assertive action, my darling Geminis. This is also fire energy as well. So I feel that you're just being encouraged to get moving, move towards it, not hold back anymore, not feel that you don't have all the knowledge that you need, don't have all the answers that you need, because I feel that you do, embodying that energy of the Queen of Swords. The Knight of Swords is also the true builder of the tarot. So if they come to a somewhere that doesn't have a bridge and they can't get across, they'll build the bridge, my darling Gemini. So I feel you need to embody that energy of, just doing what it takes to get where you need to go, my darling Geminis. That's the message that I'm getting, and the energy that I'm feeling for you off this Knight of Wands is to take bold, assertive action to get the job done. That's what's popped into my head. You can see she's got the Ace of Swords in her hand. She's moving towards what has sparked her inspiration, what has, made her take the action that she needs to take, my darling Geminis. So like I said, if I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already have, but I just feel there has been you're coming out of this time where you felt that things have been hidden from you, and now you embodying that energy of the Queen of Swords. You've gained the clarity, my darling Geminis. There's nothing more that is hidden from you at this time, I don't feel. But what it is time for is, now that you've gained that clarity, to start taking bold, assertive action. Move forward. Take action towards what you need to take in order to mend whatever situation or situations that you need to mend, my darling Geminis. That's just what I feel is coming in for you this week, my darling Gemini. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know in the comments if you've been feeling this energy of, that there's things that you just don't quite know everything, or you just can't put your finger on what it is, but you know that you haven't been getting all the info. So yeah, drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, let's get final messages. Romance. Now look, romance is always open to us. So what this mending may be is literally could be a partnership here, like a love relationship, but take it how it resonates. Trust, they say, yes, it's important for you to trust. And I feel it's important for you to trust that you have gained clarity, my darling Geminis. Yeah, can't make this up. Communicate clearly. That is what the Queen of Swords does. It is all about communication. It is all about cutting through the crap and communicating what it is that you want, my darling Geminis. A year from now, they say. Yeah, you've got a yes. So don't freak out that it's going to take a year for you to, get what it is that you've been wanting, my darling Geminis. What I feel is that, a year from now, you're going to look back and go, wow, this reading was spot on, that this was what I needed to hear right now. Amazing energies coming in for you, my darling Geminis. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Cancerians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Cancerians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Cancerians, what messages does Cancer need to know during this time? Tis my birthday week this week. I love my birthday. I'm a big kid and I love it, and I just feel it's such a privilege to be able to have had another journey around the sun. So, all right, let us get some overarching energy for you, my darling Cancerians. Ooh, all that glitters. So this card comes up when we need to, literally means all that glitters is not gold, my darling Cancerians. So it's kind of a card of don't be influenced by shiny things, my darling Cancerians. That there may be, even if something sounds too good to be true, it might be, my darling Cancerians. And I don't mean that to be cynical or anything like that, because some things, can be so good that it's too good to not do. But I suppose the energy here and what I'm feeling here is do your research, my darling Cancerians. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Cancerians. What does Cancer need to know for this week of the 25th? All right. 3 cards. The Hanged One. The Hanged One's come up in a few readings, so oh, I love that. Six of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Boy, I can just tell you what the whole reading is about right now. Without even, having to go too far into it. But I won't. I will hold back in a second and give you. So what I think, I will give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Hanged One, and the Hanged, or the Hanged Man, Hanged One, Hanged Person, whatever you want to say. The Hanged Person, the Hanged One. So you can see here this person, they're hanging from I call it the tree of knowledge. They're hanging from the tree of knowledge and they're glowing. They're enlightened. And the meaning of the Hanged One is that it's, you've been in some kind of holding pattern. My darling Cancerians is kind of what I feel. I feel that you've been in a holding pattern, but you haven't been doing nothing. You have been gathering your resources, gathering, knowledge, gathering wisdom. But I feel it's kind of stopped you, that you've kind of been afraid to move forward, or what's the word? Yeah, no, it is move forward, but kind of to implement is the word I was trying to get at, what you've learnt, my darling Cancerians. You can see that her head is glowing, which means she's gained enlightenment. You've got everything you need, my darling Cancerians. You've taken some time out. You've waited until the time is right. I feel now is the right time, just with what's on the table here, my darling Cancerians. So, yeah, I feel it's time for you to get off the tree here, my darling Cancerians. Because then you've got the beautiful Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is all about, having a victory and success. You can, and being celebrated as well. You can see the victory wreath here. She also has a wreath crown, and then a crown on top of her head here in this card. And you can see these people, they are celebrating her. She has, she's on a white horse. She's victorious. She's come home from some kind of battle here and is being celebrated. She's been victorious in whatever this adventure has been, my darling Cancerians. And I feel that you're in that energy, that you feel that you've had an issue, you've had a problem, you're coming out of it victorious, my darling Cancerians, if that makes sense. So I love to see this energy. With that, all that glitters, I feel that it's more to do with something that you've been able to overcome. You've been able to see that and make that distinction, that you've been able to know the difference between something that's real and something that's not, my darling Cancerians. And that's what the victory is, that you've been victorious over knowing the difference between what's real and what isn't, my darling Cancerians. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So, again, we've got that slow energy here. And, with the Hanged One, that's stagnant energy and slow energy. And so is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving, my darling Cancerians. But what the message of the Knight of Pentacles is he holds this pentacle here. It's an opportunity. Now, whether that had something to do with the all that glitters, and you've just been, because you knew that opportunity wasn't right for you, you've been waiting, just like the Knight of Pentacles does. But I feel now it's time. It's time to plant this pentacle, my darling Cancerians, where it will grow, where you've done the research, you've been on the tree, you've got all the knowledge and wisdom that you need. It's time now to plant this pentacle where you feel and where you have been researching it will grow into whatever, prosperity it is that you've been wanting, my darling Cancerians. And I do feel that it will be successful. Yeah, that's kind of the message that I'm getting. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that you have been stuck on the tree waiting because you've been feeling that there's an opportunity here, but you know that it hasn't been all that it seems, my darling Cancerians. And so you've been waiting here. But you have also, while you've been waiting, gained all the knowledge that you need, gained the wisdom, know what is right and what's not right, my darling Cancerians, which has led you to be here with this opportunity and not knowing where to put it. But I feel that you do know where to put it now. You've got the knowledge and wisdom. You've got the opportunity. Plant that seed, my darling Cancerians, and it will be victorious. You will be celebrated. I feel it, my darling Cancerian. It's showing up for you this week, my darling Cancerians. So yeah, that's pretty clear, pretty simple message coming in for you, my darling Cancerian. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this resonates. Have you been, have you been feeling this energy? Is there something that you realized was too good to be true just at the right time, so you didn't go ahead with it? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know if this energy has come up. And if it has, I'm here to say it's the right time now to move forward, my darling Cancerians. Recovery. Yeah, you may have needed, after that time on the tree, my darling Cancerians, you're being encouraged to take some time for you. No need to worry, they say. There is no need to worry. You have all the knowledge and wisdom you need, my darling Cancerians. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. If it was that all this glitters that came up was that you made a mistake, that you put your energy somewhere that you shouldn't have because it looked all shiny, forgive yourself for that, my darling Cancerians. Forgive yourself so you can move on and put the energy elsewhere. Not the right time, they say. Choose a new direction. Yeah, that's just telling you, as you knew already, that it's not the right time to put your energy into something you're not fully aware of. You're not fully across. But I feel that you are fully across all that, that energy. I feel that you have done your research. It is now the right time. I feel it is the right time to, go the way, choose the new direction. Just because this didn't work out, I just feel it's time for you now to choose that new direction, my darling Cancerians, and move into the space where you will be victorious, my darling Cancerians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Leos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. It's my birthday week this week, my darling Leos, and I know it was your birthday season last week, but it is now Virgo season, and I hope you had a beautiful birthday season, my darling Leos. So let us jump in to your reading. We're going to start off here with an overarching energy using the Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using the Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. I'm just amazed that it's nearly the end of August. I mean, this year has just been flying by. I hope everyone has had is having a good year. If not, drop it in the comments. A problem shared is a problem halved, my darling Leos. So yeah, share it with us. All right, let's get overarching energy for you, my darling Aries. Leos. I meant Leo. Time to go, my darling Leos. So yeah, I love this card. This, depiction of, you can see little stars here. She's leaving stars in her wake, my darling Leos. This is, the card of moving on. It's time to go. You can see she is running towards this new door, this new opportunity, this new project, place, person, place, thing, take that how it resonates. But, I feel this week especially because we've left Mercury retrograde behind as well. A lot of things are going to be moving forward, my darling Leos, and this is your overarching energy. So clearly that's coming in for you, where you may be moving forward, leaving behind, something that may not have served you. If the Eight of Cups shows up in here, that'll just be, or the Six of Swords, it'll be double confirmation that there is definitely something that you need to move on from. But let us consult the tarot and see what could be coming in for you, my darling Leos. Let us see, what does Leo need to know for 25th of August 2025? Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Well, there's your fortunes turning in your favour, my darling Leos. And the Three of Cups, so this is going to make you happy. Love it. Love, love, love this. I can already just put the whole thing together right now. The message just was very clear to me. So, but I won't do that. First of all, I'll give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Wheel of Fortune. And, the Wheel of Fortune, I think, all the cards have good and bad meanings, or challenge meanings. I don't want to say bad. But the Wheel of Fortune is a card of definitely fortunes turning in, or for your fortunes turning. Whether they turn in your favour or not is up to you, my darling Leos. So, the wheel is constantly spinning, like the wheel of life. The wheel is just spinning. That's the way, it's designed to do. But my message to you, my darling Leos, is not to leave it to chance here. You control the way the wheel spins, my darling Leos. Don't leave it to the universe to decide what best course of action is for you. If you know which direction you want to go, take the lead. Do it, my darling Leos. And with that time to go card, I feel that it's definitely time for you to start controlling the wheel, my darling Leos, because the message that I got when I put all these cards down was that you have been in like some kind of holding pattern, my darling Leos, that you've been either waiting for the right time for something to be the right time for you to walk away or move forward or move on, or whether you've just been afraid or hesitant to move forward or move in this new direction, my darling Leos. All signs point to yes, my darling Leos. This is your time. Take control of the wheel and move in the direction that you want to move in, my darling Leos. Don't leave it to chance here, because yeah, this is that contemplation mode that with the Hanged One, that stuck in analysis paralysis, if you like, type of mode. I mean, you can see this person, they're hanging from the tree of life here. They're enlightened. Their head, is glowing here. They have gained all the knowledge and wisdom that they need. There is no need for them to hang off that tree anymore, because they have found the enlightenment that they've been looking for, my darling Leos. And same for you. Here, I feel that, maybe the past few weeks, months, years even, you may have been feeling that you've been stuck in some kind of holding pattern, or that, it hasn't been the right time for you to move forward. But as I said, all signs point to yes. You have gained all the knowledge and wisdom, my darling Leos. It's time to get off the tree. Move forward, move towards whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you have been wanting or needing to bring in to the physical realm, my darling Leos. Get out of this hanged man mode or hanged person mode, hanged one mode, and move forward, because here is what is waiting for you on that other side, my darling Leos. The beautiful Three of Cups, that celebration, joy, happiness, I mean, this is one of my favorite cards in the whole tarot, and especially this depiction. You know, the colors, it brings me joy. And I feel for you that this will bring you joy, my darling Leos. So, but it's going to be up to you. As you know, as you may have heard me say before, tarot is not magic. It is not going to do things or make things happen for you. It is simply, here is the energy around you. This is the potential energy that can be coming in for you if you notice the signs, work with the energy, and move forward and take the advice that the tarot is giving you, my darling Leos. It's not going to do it for you, but it's just showing you this is the potential energy, my darling Leos. You have the potential of joy and happiness here. And you're also being encouraged here to celebrate or to spend time with people that lift you up, that are your tribe, that make you happy, my darling Leos. I feel surrounding yourself with those people that support you rather than those that, naysayers and bring you down will bring you this joy, my darling Leos. So yeah, like big energy, beautiful energies coming in for you this week, my darling Leos, I feel. So, if I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already have, because as soon as I put these cards down, I was like, wow, I can read this. I already know what this is. This is you needing it. This is, I feel, the key message of this reading is it's the right time for you to move on, to move away from what no longer serves you. You've got all the knowledge and wisdom, my darling Leos. Get off the tree and start using and working with that energy to turn the fortunes in your favor. The outcome is joy, happiness, celebration, my darling Leos. And like I said, having the support of those people that lift you up will be really beneficial for you this week as well. It is time for you to go. It is time for you to move from what's been holding you back to what's going to, propel you forward, my darling Leos. I love this message for you this week. Yeah, all I can just see is joy, my darling Leos. This is your potential for this, week and move and going forward. I mean, look at, there is no kind of psychic timing, really. The tarot will move in whichever, divine timing that it wants to. But, this could even be propelling you into the rest of the year, is what I feel, my darling Leos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you feel that this is the right time for you. All right, let's get some further messages. Yeah, compromise. It may involve a compromise. The compromise, I feel, will be you feeling that you're not ready and you compromising that with yourself to go, just do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway, my darling Leos, is what, popped into my head. Yeah, trust. Yes, trust that this will work out for you. Trust that it is the right move for you. Be assertive, they say. Absolutely. Move forward with confidence, my darling Leos. Move forward knowing that everything is working out in your favor. Within the next few months, they say, there's something better. There sure is, my darling Leos. I love to see this energy coming in for you because I feel it's a really big turnaround energy, my darling Leos. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th. If it is your birthday this week, my darling Virgos, a big happy birthday from me to you. It is my birthday this week, actually on the 25th, so I'm very excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I just feel that it is such a privilege to make another journey around the sun, my darling Virgos. So let us get into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Virgos, what messages does Virgo need to know for this week of the 25th? Actually, I will take that. I don't usually take pop-outs, but, you know, that was pretty obvious. So, yeah. And I love this card, the Fates. It's one of my favourite cards in this deck. I mean, you can just see, you know, it's almost gives me star card kind of vibes, you know, with the stars here, and, you know, she's fairy, obviously. And I think the, you know, on the star card, she's not a fairy, but she's some kind of genie or something like that, where she, you know, pulls from on the pool of universal consciousness from the pool to the earth, something like that. You know, anyway, I've digressed. But I love this card for you, my darling Virgos, the Fates. This is like something is going to come in this week that is fated. It is, well, whatever happens this week is a fated turn of events, my darling Virgos. So, you know, I just feel this will be, I mean, I love my birthday week anyway, and I hope you do too, but I just, you know, I don't feel that anything could bring me down this week. I think that there is going to be beautiful positivity this week, and I am drawn to the star as well. So, you know, maybe this week we could be shining or standing out like a star. So let us consult the tarot, my darling Virgos, and see what messages we've got coming in for you for this week of the 25th. The Fool, yeah, beautiful new beginning. The Hermit, there's us showing up in our own reading. And the Knight of Wands, yeah, get going. Loving this. This is, wow. You know, there's been a couple of people, like readings, where people that the own reading people have been showing up in their readings. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a very powerful week. All right, my darling Virgos, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Fool card. So here is that fated new beginning, my darling Virgo. Well, this is what I feel anyway. With the 0 here, I feel that there's some kind of brand new beginning that we are being encouraged to grasp, that we are being encouraged to, you know, embrace, my darling Virgos, which, you know, gorgeous energy. You can see here this little knapsack here. You know, it's a case of, you know, we are being encouraged to go on a new journey, to take the leap of faith towards something new, my darling Virgos. Whatever, if there's a new opportunity coming in, we are being encouraged to take the leap of faith towards it, to not have to know what the outcome is going to be. Just, you know, go within, feel here. Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel excited? If someone presents this opportunity to you, do you feel excited? Do you feel, you know, the nervous excitement? There's a difference between nervous excitement and dread, my darling Virgos. If it gives you the feeling of dread, like, oh my God, no, or I don't think I can, well, there's your sign. Don't do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it, my darling Virgos. But what I'm feeling here is that this is going to be good. From what I can see on the table, the Fates card, this is going to be such a beautiful new beginning here. This is going to propel us forward into something new and something that is fated, my darling Virgos. So I love to see that for us. And then we've got the beautiful Hermit card showing up, which is us. We are showing up here in our own reading. And when we show up in our reading, you know, it allows us to come from a place of power and strength, and really allows you to get what it is that you want from the reading, my darling Virgos. So it's very auspicious when you show up in your own reading, because it's like, this is the universe saying, this is all about you, my darling Virgos. So the Hermit is the Virgo card, but it is also a card of knowledge and wisdom. You know, in the traditional tarot, the Hermit is on top of a mountain. They are an old, wise person, man. They have gained the knowledge and wisdom on the way up to the top of the mountain. But what is now, what needs to happen now is they need to come down the mountain and implement what they have learnt, my darling Virgos. I'm also drawn here to the star in the lantern. So the star, we've got the star showing up twice here, in her lantern here and on the Fates card, my darling Virgos, which I feel is just so, you know, auspicious. It's so, it's a sign, put it that way, my darling Virgos. And, you know, the more signs and synchronicities I see in a reading, the more I feel that's the universe saying I meant what I said, my darling Virgos. So yeah, I'm loving seeing this, but I feel that with us showing up here, this is the universe saying, pay attention to what the sorry, my voice just went. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, what's happening this week, my darling Virgos. Oh my god, my voice went so funny just then. Yeah, so that's what I feel off the Hermit card. And here is the action card. Here is where we're being told, get moving, my darling Virgos. We're being told not to stand on the top of that mountain anymore. We're being told to take bold, assertive action and get moving, my darling Virgos. You can see she's got the horse by the reins and she's taking action towards where it is she needs to go. The Knight of Wands in the tarot is a true builder in the tarot. If they come to, you know, a place that doesn't have a bridge, they'll build the bridge to get over it, my darling Virgos. I feel that you need to do what it takes to bring whatever this goal, wish or dream is, this new beginning, this fated new beginning, whatever that is, you need to do what it takes, my darling Virgos, to bring it into existence, to bring it into the physical realm. And you're being encouraged here to take the action that you need to take, my darling Virgos. Not be passive, not stand around, not let don't leave things to chance. You're being encouraged to move in the direction that you need to move in order for this to come to fruition. So I'm going to put it all together. I just feel we have such fated energy around us this week, my darling Virgos. And as I said, the star has, you know, with all these stars here, and I feel that, you know, we're being encouraged to follow that North Star of ours, you know, whatever that is, whatever goal, wish or dream it is that we're, you know, wanting to bring into the physical realm. I feel we're being encouraged to follow it. Just with the full card here, I mean, you can see even the gaze that she has here is looking up. I know it's looking up to the white rose, but, you know, looking to the stars here. I mean, if that's, it looks probably the sun, but I feel that, you know, it could also be just a star that's shining brightly. Well, the sun is a star, isn't it? So, you know, I putting it all together, I just feel we're being encouraged here to take the leap of faith, take action towards the goal, whatever goal, wish or dream it is that we want, and use the knowledge and wisdom, my darling Virgos. Use what we have. We're showing up, which means, you know, this reading is all about us. This is the universe saying I meant what I said, my darling Virgos. So, yeah, loving this energy for us this week, my darling Virgos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up. You know, I'd love to know what's happening in your world. You know, do you feel the shift? Do you feel that there is something fated coming in this week, my darling Virgos, fellow Virgos? All right, let's get final messages for you. Ask for help from others. Yes, if you need help, ask. You know, I feel even on the Fool card, there's that little dog, and that usually represents support. There's someone could be coming in to support you. So ask for help. Yeah, remain positive. Nothing is going to happen without positivity, my darling Virgos. Yeah, and ask your angels if you need. You know, if you feel that you're stuck, if you feel that you're unsure, ask your angels. That's what they're there for, my darling Virgos. Yeah, perfect timing, they say. And I feel that too, that this is the week of perfect timing, because here comes the yes with that beautiful exclamation point, my darling Virgos. So, I mean, what a beautiful, expansive reading you've got coming in here, my darling Virgos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Happy birthday. And I'll see you again soon. Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, let's just jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of the 25th of August? It is my birthday week this week too, so happy birthday to me. I love my birthdays. I am so privileged to make it another year around the sun. All right, let's see what messages we've got for you. A change in the wind. Ooh, I love that. This hasn't come up for a long time, this card, but I love it. A change in the wind. So clearly there could be some kind of change coming in for you, my darling Librans. And look, don't be afraid of change, because change is good. We need change. We don't want stagnant energy around. If you're in a bad situation, you're going to welcome and embrace change, my darling Librans. You don't want to be stuck in that energy forever. So you would want and embrace change. And if everything's going great, that's great. You want change. You want to be able to then move to the next level of that happiness, my darling Librans. It's all how you look at it. You don't want it to get to the stage of a tower moment where it's forced change, my darling Librans. So let us consult the tarot. I mean, if the death card or the tower comes up, we'll know that that's the universe saying I meant what I said. But let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Librans. Clearly there's change in the air for you. So let's see what's coming in for you, my darling Librans. Justice. Yeah, love it. That's the catalyst of your change right there. Temperance. Yeah, Sagittarius energy. So I've got, oh, that's you showing up. Oh my God, 3 major arcana and 3 people showing up here in your reading, my darling Librans. Wow, I have never seen this in a reading where not only do you show up, but Sagittarius and Virgo are showing up as well. So wow, talk about change. And Temperance is all about change, turning one thing into another. So this reading, I mean, I've just gotten chills from this reading, my darling Librans. Wow. All right, let me compose myself and get back into it. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. So here you are, my darling Librans. Beautiful Lady Justice is you, showing up here. When you show up in your own reading, you come from a place of power and strength, and it really allows you to get what you want from the reading, my darling Librans. So I'm loving seeing you show up here. The meaning of the Justice card is just that, justice. It's justice for something, whether it's karmic justice, whether it's justice from the outcome of a lawsuit, an insurance, a payout, a claim, something like that, or whether it's just receiving justice for an injustice, my darling Librans. Whatever that is, I feel actually that this is the catalyst of change for you. And I said it as soon as I put it down, that's what I felt off this. So even though this is you showing up, I really feel that you in this situation, you in this energy of justice is the catalyst, is what is going to prompt this change, my darling Librans. And look, change comes in many forms. It can be, you can start to think of something differently. You can start to, change a habit, change the way you do something, change the way you go to work, change the way you get up in the morning, change your morning routine, change your evening routine. There's so many things that is classified as change. And even just one small change, my darling Librans, can make massive benefits here for you, I feel. So, yeah, loving it. And then you have the Temperance card. So as I said, this is Sagittarius energy. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, I would definitely say go and watch that Sagittarius reading as well, because they're showing up. This could also be that there could be a Sagittarius in your life that, is prompting this change or has something to do with this change, my darling Librans. But I am just heavily getting change for you. And it's not just because of the overarching energy that came in. Yes, of course, it makes you think of that. But I feel that whatever the justice is that's going to be as well is going to be the catalyst of that change, my darling Librans. I'm just blown away by all the people that have shown up here. But, Sagittarius, or the Temperance card, is all about change as well. It's balance, but it's a card of alchemy. It's a card of turning one thing into another, which is changing the alchemical makeup of something into something else, my darling Sagittarians, my darling Librans. So, that is why I'm also saying that there is some change coming for you, and I feel it because it's showing up a couple of times here, or 3 times actually, I feel. And so with Sagittarius, this Sagittarius energy, but with the Temperance energy, you're being encouraged to, balance the change. I feel that it's, don't make it all in one, don't make it intense in one area, if you know what I mean. I feel that there needs to be a balance of energies here, my darling Librans, if that makes sense, because that's what I'm feeling off, this Temperance card, is that balance is required to make this change stick, is what's popped into my head, my darling Librans. And then you have the Hermit card. So this, like I said, is Virgo energy. And so if you have Virgo in your chart as well, definitely go and watch the Virgo reading. I've done that, and that was a thumper of a reading. So yeah, that I think the Hermit card showed up for Virgo as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it was a really intense reading as well. So definitely go and watch that if you've got Virgo in your chart, or if you have a Virgo in your life, this could just be this person. You've got a couple of people in here coming along for the ride with you, I feel, this week, my darling Librans. So, if these are support people, lean on them for support, is what I feel, my darling Librans. But the Hermit card is all about gaining knowledge and wisdom. The Hermit, in traditional tarot, is an old man at the top of a mountain, and on the journey up to the top of a mountain, he's gained knowledge and wisdom. And, it is about that. I feel you have gained all the knowledge and wisdom that you need to make this change, my darling Librans, to be confident to make this change, because you have all the knowledge and wisdom that you need. It's time now for you to come down the mountain and use that knowledge and wisdom. And I'm also drawn to the star in the lantern as well. You know, the star, you've captured that star. This is you working towards your North Star, my darling Librans. This is what you've been working for. This is what you want. This is the change that you want, I feel, my darling Librans. So embrace it. So I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already have, but I just feel, I mean, if I could say one thing about this reading, it's change. I feel that there is a big, heavy energy of change here. You showing up, bringing in the justice energy, that change of when something was an injustice, you've now changed it to a justice, my darling Librans. This is coming in for you. There is some kind of karmic justice, I feel, coming in for you as the catalyst for this change, if that makes sense. And I feel that you need this temperance energy to balance, you know, what it is that it's coming, that is coming in, that gives you, you know, use that temperance energy to balance those energies so it's not unbalanced, my darling Librans. And I just feel you need to use all the knowledge and wisdom that you've got. You have got what you need to make this change and make it work, my darling Librans. So yeah, wow, what a reading for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. This is, you know, I've like I said, I have never seen this in a reading before, so I'm buzzing about it. So let me know in the comments below if this feels like you, if you can feel this change, if you feel that it's been building for a while, my darling Librans. You know, I'd love to know if this, you know, is resonating with you. All right, let's get final messages here. Romance. You know, like I said, you've got people coming with you here. So maybe you've got a Sagittarius or Virgo that's a romantic person coming with you here, my darling Librans. Yeah, trust. You're being encouraged to trust that everything, whether you think this change is going to be good, trust that it is, my darling Librans. Yeah, no need to worry, they say. It's exactly what I feel here, is that, you know, I feel that you might be sitting here thinking, oh my God, is this going to be good for me? Yes. All signs point to yes, my darling Librans. Within the next few months, they say, don't stop. Do not stop, my darling Librans, because you have got some divine energies coming in for you this week, my darling Librans. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Scorpios, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. It's my birthday this week, my darling Scorpios, on the actual 25th of August, so on that Monday, and I can't wait. I am such a big kid when it comes to birthdays, and I just feel it is such a privilege to make another journey around the sun. You know, I feel that every year I get better, I get wiser, I just feel more comfortable in me every year, which I love. All right, my darling Scorpios, a message in a bottle. Now, I think it was Aquarius that got this card as well. I mean, you saw me shuffle, so, you know, it's clearly there could be a message coming in for you. And when I pulled this for Aquarius, they also got the Page of Wands, which is also, I mean, pages in the tarot are messengers. So if a page comes up for you as well, my darling Scorpios, then, you know, I feel that this would be the universe saying, I meant what I said. So let us consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Scorpios. What does Scorpio need to know for the week of August the 25th? What does Scorpio need to know? Three of Wands, expansion there. Oh, the Magician, love it. And the Six of Wands, wow. Holy dooly. My darling Scorpios, jackpot, I feel. That was the word that popped into my head, so love it. It's like a beautiful week for you, my darling Scorpio. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is all about expansion, my darling Scorpios. You can see here that, she's looking out over the water to these ships out here. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is actually the young emperor, and the message or the meaning is that the young emperor is here standing on the cliff surveying his ships, his cargo, his wares going out into the world. And it's a symbol of you expanding your world and getting out into the world, my darling Scorpios, and releasing to the world what you have to offer, my darling Scorpios. So I love to see this come up for you. So I feel it's, with this message in a bottle, I feel that there is something that you need to get out into the world, my darling Scorpios, whether that is, a message, a literal message, it could be. I feel there's something like that you need to get out into the world. Some gift that you have, my darling, some gift, some skill, some ability that you have, my darling Scorpios, that the world needs. So you need to get it out into the world, is what I feel off this Three of Wands here. And I mean, I can see it showing up here because you then have got the beautiful Magician card. I feel your words are spells this week, my darling Scorpios. You can see here the infinity symbol as well. The Magician is the master manifestor of the tarot. He is master over all the suits of the tarot, you can see here, and is at ease with manifestation, my darling Scorpios. So what I feel for you is that you're in that space of getting a message out to the world, and you are in the zone of manifestation. What you give out comes back to you tenfold, my darling Scorpio. So I feel that exchange of energy is coming in for you this week, my darling Scorpios, where you feel that, your words are spells. Everything that you put out into the universe is going to, like I said, come back to you. Any wish, any goal, anything that you're wanting to manifest and bring in is going to come back to you, I feel, this week, my darling Scorpios. And I feel it very strongly here with all the cards that are on the table, as well as you being the master manifester, my darling Scorpio. So I love to see that for you, because here's your victory. This is and I don't often read this last card as the outcome, but I feel in this reading it is the outcome, because this is what, if this is the outcome you desire, then this is the outcome you're getting, which is victory, success, being celebrated, my darling Scorpios. So you can see she's on a white horse. She's come back from some kind of battle, or she's come back home victorious from wherever she's been. She has the victory wreath. She also wears a victory wreath around her head with a crown on top. And these people, they're all celebrating her. You can see it. They're in awe of her. And that is your energy this week, my darling Scorpios, is this energy of feeling victorious, feeling finally celebrated. And I feel it is that kind of energy of, oh my God, finally, if that makes sense. So let me know if that's true, because that's what popped into my head. Was it's a relief. It's a long time coming, is what I heard, my darling Scorpios. So let me know. If this feels for you like it's a long time coming, let me know, because that's what literally popped into my head. And I just feel that the outcome of whatever this message in a bottle is for you, which I feel the message is your message, my darling Scorpios. I feel this is a message that you need to get out into the world. So take that how it resonates, but that's really what I'm getting. And I feel that it's going to be successful, and you're going to be successful, my darling Scorpios. So if I'm going to put it all together, like I said, I feel that you have a message, my darling Scorpios. There is some message that you need to get out into the world, and this is the week you're going to do it. You are, as I said, the Three of Wands is about expansion. You are going to get it out there. This is you putting your message out there. The Magician is you also putting out your desire to the universe. What do you want from putting this message out there, if that makes sense? And whatever you're putting out there is going to come back to you, and it does, victorious. You are going to get what you want here, is what I feel, my darling Scorpios, and you are going to be celebrated for it, my darling Scorpio. So wow, what a reading for you. Like, I love to see this for you, my darling Scorpios. Like, it's bringing me joy. It's making me happy. I feel like I'm buzzing, you know, like I want to just, you know, get going on it. So yeah, loving this for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, like I said, drop it in the comments. I want to know, do you have, is there been some kind of message that you have been wanting to get out there? I feel if there is, you know, get it out there. Put it in the comments. Write it in, put it in my comments. That's you putting it out there. That's you speaking it out loud, my darling Scorpios, and putting it out into the world, and watch the magic happen. Yeah, listen to your intuition, they say, because you'll know the right time to do this. Yeah, meditation brings answers. If you're thinking, well, when am I going to do this? When is the right time? I don't know. Meditation brings answers, my darling Scorpios. Yeah, trust that what you're doing is what you're meant to do, my darling Scorpios. That's what I'm getting, and that's what I feel off that that trust card for you, for sure. Within the next few weeks, they say. Wow, so this is coming in the next few weeks. Yeah, you've got a yes. Felt it. I didn't even need to pick up that yes. I felt it. As soon as I picked up within the next few weeks, I felt, yeah, this is coming, and it's coming in soon, my darling Scorpios. So be ready. Drop it in the comments. Will you be ready, my darling Scorpios? Because this is coming. Ready or not. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August 25th, 2025. It's my birthday week, my darling Sagittarians. So, you know, I just love my birthday. I'm the biggest kid. I just, you know, aging for me is a pleasure. Aging for me is a privilege. And I feel I get better each year, to be quite honest. But anyway, my darling Sagittarians, let us get into your reading. So we're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week? Oh, these cards are so big. I'm not good at shuffling at all, as you can tell. But anyway, what are you going to do? Can't be good at everything, can you? All right. Let's see what I've got for you as overarching energy. Never-ending story. Yeah, look, I feel that the readings that I've done so far have all been moving from this kind of harshish energy to, I feel, moving out of this energy my darling Sagittarians, where you feel that you've been in that kind of never-ending story, where you feel that you had to have kept going back over things. And we have just come out of Mercury retrograde, where maybe you were thrust back, thrust into having to do things again, bringing up old situations, old wounds, something like that. I mean, you can see on this card, she's not in a good state. She's got her head in her hands, and there is clearly, energy that she's not in a happy place. But I feel that you're going to be moving through this energy, my darling Sagittarians. I feel that I kind of feel, like I said, with the readings I've just done, that this is going to be kind of a turnaround, breakthrough type of energy, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, let's see what the tarot says and the rest of the reading, and see where it goes from here. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of the 25th of August? Queen of Wands, yeah. Being bold, being assertive, taking action. Yeah, here's the uncertainty, the moon. Oh my God, you got the moon twice. No, that is the universe saying, I meant what I said. I will pull another card. Because there are, like I said, there are two moon cards in here, yeah. And this is I feel, the energy of what you've been in, the stuck type of energy, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, before I get into the reading, because I've got messages coming in to me already. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. And look, I leave these multiple, I mean, there's multiple cards of the lovers in this deck as well, and I leave them all in because, who am I to say whether a card should or shouldn't come out? If it's coming out twice, it's the universe saying I meant what I said. So I will leave it at that. I think if you start taking cards out of decks, you manipulate the outcomes, and I just don't feel that that's right. So, this has come out for a reason, so let's just go with it. Anyway, so you start off here. Yeah, but what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together. So you start off with the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she is, she sits on her throne, being bold, being assertive. This is Aries energy, your fellow fire sign. What I actually feel, my darling Sagittarians, is this is you this month, this week, that you are embodying the energy of the Queen of Wands, that you are taking bold, assertive action here, that you are not going to stand for that never-ending story anymore. You're not going to stand for not having everything be told to you, not have everything being clear to you. I mean, we also had the full moon in Aquarius, a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, and that energy is still around. And there was a lot of hidden type of energy with that full moon as well. So, a lot of type of talking behind backs type of energy and things like that. So yeah, I feel that there's probably just that energy is coming through, but you, my darling Sagittarians, are not standing for it. You're not going to have it. You are presenting here as the Queen of Wands, bold, assertive. You can see she holds the Ace of Wands here. She also, in the traditional tarot, has a sunflower, which, points to the sun, which means that she absorbs that energy of the sun. She allows light on her face. She allows warmth on her face. And she doesn't care what anybody thinks, my darling Sagittarians. She just moves forward, takes control, takes action here. And I mean, she's also very attractive as well. So you could also be very attractive at this time, my darling Sagittarians. So here you have these two moon cards here. Now this is Pisces energy. So you look, if you've got Pisces in your chart, I would definitely say go watch the Pisces reading, because, like I said, this is the universe saying, I meant what I said, my darling Sagittarians. So the moon is all about what is in the shadows. As we know, the moon illuminates, my darling Sagittarians. So what I feel for you is that there is going to be something that has been hidden that will be illuminated, that will be brought into the light here, that will be brought to light, and it will make you just embody that energy of the Queen of Wands and just take bold, assertive action. Leave behind that never-ending story. My darling Sagittarians, you are going to get out of, I mean, I haven't got to the Hanged One yet, but I feel that that's the energy that were in, or that you're still feeling a bit stuck in because of this moon energy, because that you feel that you're not being told everything. Time on the tree has given you what you need, my darling Sagittarians. And like I said, with the moon, it's temporary energy as well. The moon comes up, the moon goes down, then the sun comes up. It is just all about be aware of what is hidden in the shadows, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel that that's been the energy around you, and you're not going to have it anymore. You're not taking it anymore. You're done with it. You are getting the answers that you need, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, I love to see that for you, because yeah, as I was saying, the Hanged One here, this is where you have gained the knowledge and wisdom. You can see it's hanging from the tree, illuminated. Her head is glowing. She has gained enlightenment here. This is the tree of knowledge, my darling Sagittarians. You have been hanging from this tree of knowledge. You now have all the knowledge and wisdom that you need, my darling Sagittarians. There is no need for you to stay on this tree. You are being encouraged to get off the tree and take bold, assertive action. Embody that energy of the Queen of Wands that's here and move forward, my darling Sagittarians. Take no prisoners is what's popped into my head. So take that how it resonates. I just feel that that never-ending story card is what you're not going to settle for anymore, my darling Sagittarians. It's time for you. Get going, move forward, get off the tree, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, I mean, I put it all together already for you, really, that you've been in this holding pattern here. You've been feeling that the story will never end because you have felt that you're not being told everything. Things aren't clear to you, my darling Sagittarians. But now you have gained this enlightenment. It's time. Get off the tree, embody the energy of the Queen of Wands, and move forward with bold, assertive action, my darling Sagittarians. Love this for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if you've been feeling, drop it in the comments. Have you been feeling this energy of just something is never ending for you, and that you felt that things have been kept for you, that you felt, things have been hidden from you, my darling Sagittarians. I'd love to, know if that's happened. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, remain positive, they say. Don't feel that there is no way out, because the Queen of Wands, she's positive. She moves forward, bold, assertive action. Communicate clearly, yes. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, my darling Sagittarians. Yeah, here you go. No need to worry, they say. There is no need to worry because you have all the knowledge and wisdom. You have all the resources that you need, my darling Sagittarians. You can't make this up. Take action. This is the Queen of Wands. This is the universe saying, I meant what I said, my darling Sagittarians, and you've got it, yes. wow, this reading is, it says it all, my darling. Sorry, my things, there we go, so you can see it. Yeah, this reading says it all. You can see here very clearly that the universe is saying, I meant what I said. Time for you, I feel, my darling Sagittarians, to, stop this never-ending story, get out of the what you can't see and start putting into action what is meant for you, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, beautiful energies, I feel, coming in for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of the 25th? Go the distance, yeah. Love this card. This card is kind of like the Nine of Wands in the tarot. It's that, don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens, my darling Capricorns. It's that card of, you're nearly there. Don't give up because you're nearly there. Keep moving forward. It's not long now, if that makes sense. So I feel for you that you're being encouraged this week to just keep moving forward, keep going. Don't stop, my darling Capricorns. That's the message I get for you, is that that word that popped into my head was don't stop. So yeah, let's see. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. I just need to get that off. All right, let us consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know for this week of the 25th? By the way, this week is my birthday as well, so I love this week, just FYI. All right, we've got the King of Cups, we've got the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, here's where I feel you need to keep moving forward and, go the distance and not give up, my darling Capricorns. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about emotional stability, my darling Capricorns, and I feel this week that you are being encouraged to embody that this energy is what you're feeling, my darling Capricorns, that you need to embody this energy of the King of Cups, being in that emotional stability while amongst the chaos around you, my darling Capricorns. You're being encouraged here to just sit even-tempered, not react, not overreact to, well, not overreact emotionally to anything that may come up this week, my darling Capricorns. I feel that to stay in this, to embody this energy of the King of Cups is to stay even-tempered, sit, proudly and contently and emotionally stable whilst there may be chaos around you, my darling Capricorns. So yeah, so then you can see here in the traditional tarot, he sits amongst, on his throne amongst choppy waters, and the meaning is that he just sits, he sits, calm amidst the chaos, basically. And I feel that that's the energy you need to be in this week, because I feel that there may be some, chaos around you, or you may feel that there is chaos around you. Then you've got the Page of Swords. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know, pages in the tarot are messengers. They're also the young, like, you know, there could be, it's a young energy as well. So there could be a young person that is relying on you, that's coming in for you, that is watching every move you make, my darling Capricorns. So, you know, the Page of Swords comes into maybe, you know, spark some curiosity within you, if that makes sense, to maybe want to know that there's more to this situation than what you're actually seeing. And that's sort of what's popped into my head, because you've got the Eight of Swords here, whereas the Eight of Swords is very closed off, and, you know, with the blindfold on is, you know, things that you're not wanting to see, my darling Capricorns. But I feel that there is, you may hear, there may be, it could be a young person, and I say, why I said young person is because that's what popped into my head, that a young person around you, and I'm not talking about young, but it could be just someone younger than you, my darling Capricorns, may say something, you might get a message, you might, you know, overhear something where it sparks something in you that makes you go, I think I might need to know more about that. That's what I'm feeling off this Page of Swords. And then you have the Eight of Swords here. So the Eight of Swords, the meaning of the Eight of Swords is all about self-imposed restriction, my darling Capricorns. You can see here she's got blindfold on, she's got very loose bindings here, and the swords surround her. What I like to say about the Eight of Swords is that, you know, you can see she's got her hand up to this blindfold. She could easily remove that blindfold, easily remove these bindings from, you know, around her, and move away from the swords. In the tarot, blindfolds also represent needing to trust your intuition as well. So, you know, there's a couple of messages here that I'm getting, that I think it would be beneficial for you to, yes, trust your intuition, especially when you overhear or get that message that sparks your curiosity, but also to, you know, remove that blindfold so you can see clearly. Don't feel stuck in this energy of feeling that you can't move out of it, my darling Capricorns. What I'm also drawn to here is the water here, and I feel that if you can remove these bindings and the blindfold, you should step into the water, which represents the flow of life. Step into the flow, my darling Capricorns, and move away from that self-imposed restriction behavior. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that, you know, you're feeling something is holding you back. You're feeling stuck here, but you are being encouraged to go the distance, to keep moving forward, my darling Capricorns. And why I say that is I feel that it's important for you to go the distance here so you can move through that. I feel that this may be blocking you from, you know, seeing something through to the end. But as I said, you are being encouraged to be in this King of Cups energy, sitting in emotional calmness, staying calm amidst the chaos, I think is the word that I used. And that's what popped into my head as well. There will be something or someone, I feel, that may spark your curiosity, or that may be watching every move you make. So that's just sort of come in as a side note. I don't feel that this dominates the reading, but it's shown up. So if it's shown up, it's shown up. I just feel it's important for you to keep moving forward, go the distance, remove the self-imposed restriction, my darling Capricorns. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love to know if this resonates with you. Tell me below, do you feel some kind of restriction? Are you feeling the energy of, you know, not being able to move forward? Is there something that you feel is holding you back? My darling Capricorns, I'd love to know, so drop it in the comments. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, ask for help from others. Absolutely. And that's what I feel with this Page of Swords, is there may be someone younger than you that might be able to help here. Remain positive. Yes, always. Always stay positive, my darling Capricorns. Yeah, listen to your intuition. And that's what I said to you off that Eight of Swords with the blindfold. You need to use that. Use your, you know, go within, trust your intuition at this time, because it's, you know, trying to tell you something, and take action. Yeah. You know, that's, I feel, just what you need to do. And I'm surprised that the Knight of Swords hasn't shown up for, you know, encouraging you to take that action. And you've got it. Yes. Love, love, love. This for you, my darling Capricorns. From what I see here, all points, all signs point to yes, my darling Capricorns. So I love to see this for you. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling. Oops. Actually, I will take that. I do feel that I don't usually take pop-outs, but I feel that that could be your energy this week, my darling Aquarians. So we've got message in a bottle. So, I mean, the energy that's been around this week, and I've done quite a few of the readings already, is there's a lot of change type of energy, and, you know, but change from a catalyst, that something is the reason for this change. So, you know, this message in a bottle could be that there is a message that's coming to you that, you know, might cause some change, or might cause you to look at things differently. My darling Aquarians, I don't know why that's popped into my head, but it just has. So I have to say what I say. But I feel that, you know, some forms, like communication, may be important for you this week, my darling Aquarians. So let us consult the tarot, and we will see what messages we've got coming in for you this week, my darling Aquarians. What does Aquarius need to know for this week of 25th? Tis my birthday week, my darling Aquarians. I am very privileged to be able to have another year around the sun. All right. Ooh. Love this. All right, my darling Aquarians. Make sure everything's in view. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Strength card. Now, this is Leo energy, so if you have Leo in your life or in your chart, I would definitely go and watch the Leo reading if you have Leo in your life, because it could be important for you or significant. But the Strength card is all about inner strength, and, you know, it's surprising to me on this card that the depiction of the person on this card is pregnant, because in the traditional tarot, the person that has their hand in the lion's mouth is actually supposed to be a virgin. So I think it's kind of ironic that this depiction is, you know, someone that's pregnant, because this person is far from a virgin, if I'm right. So, but anyway, I digress. The whole meaning of the Strength card is not physical brute strength. It's not, you know, that yeah, like I said, it's not powerful, it's not physical strength. It is, you know, emotional inner strength, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that you this week, you're feeling that you have the strength that you need. You feel that you've tamed you know, whatever inner demons that you have, whatever inner, you know, your inner voice, you know, those negative talk, all that kind of stuff. I feel that you have tamed that this week, which is amazing. And this is only one of 4 cards in the tarot that has the infinity symbol as well, which is that sign of infinite possibilities, my darling Aquarians. So yeah, I feel that this week that you are in that space of feeling emotionally, you know, that you've tamed your inner demons, if that makes sense, my darling Aquarians. Because then you have the Page of Wands. So I love the Page of Wands. The Page of the Wands in the tarot, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know pages in the tarot are messengers. And this little fella comes in to give you, you know, he sparks, he wants to go on an adventure. He's curious. He sparks that inspiration. You can see, you know, he's got this, he holds the Ace of Wands and it's glowing. You're like the spark of inspiration that you need, my darling Aquarians. I feel that some message, something, someone may spark something in you that makes you feel, and that's, I mean, that goes hand in hand with that message in a bottle, doesn't it? You can't make that up. That we've got a messenger here and you've got message in a bottle. So, you know, that's to me the universe saying, I meant what I said. You need to pay attention this week to a message that's coming in for you, to, you know, some kind of message in the guise of, it could be an email, it could be a phone call, you could overhear someone, you know, but whatever it's going to do, it'll spark some inspiration in you. It will spark maybe an awakening in you, is what I feel, my darling Aquarians. And I say that because you've got the Judgment card here. You know, the Judgment is all about being called to judgment. It's about, you know, you can see this higher angel, it's a higher self angel here. That is, in the traditional tarot, there's coffins here, and these people are being risen out of their coffins by this angel, by, you know, and the angel is calling them to their higher purpose. They're being called into a new life, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that's what is going to happen for you this week. That you're going to feel that you've found a calling, so to speak, if that makes sense. So, and I feel it's going to be because of that message that's coming for you, that spark. The message is going to spark the inspiration in you, my darling Aquarians. That's kind of what I feel, and it is going to cause you to feel, this is what I meant to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, love to see this for you, my darling Aquarians. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that, you know, you feel that you're in a good place here with the Strength card, that you're in a place of being content in your, you know, with yourself, with your inner demons that you have tamed, those inner demons that you have, you know, tamed your inner beast, my darling Aquarians, and that you're not letting that negative self-talk take over. What I feel is, like I said, with this message in a bottle and the Page of Wands, a message is definitely coming in for you this week. So look out for that. And I feel it will spark some inspiration for you to feel this is what you're meant to do. This is where you're being called to move, my darling Aquarians. This is your purpose here, that you're being called to a higher purpose, my darling Aquarians. So this is beautiful energy coming in for you, and how lucky that you are to be able to, you know, be called into a whole new purpose, my darling Aquarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I just would love to know, does this resonate? You know, drop it in the comments below if you feel that, you know, something is shifting, something is changing, that, you know, you feel that you're more confident in yourself, you know, with your self-talk and things like that. So drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Aquarians. romance. Now, this has come up a lot. So, you know, if it's a Leo, like I said, is this a romantic person in your life? Or like I said, if you've got Leo in your chart, make sure you go and watch that Leo reading, because it seems to be standing out here. Yeah, it's up to you, my darling Aquarians, and I feel that too. You're going to be the person that it's only you that can take this idea and run with it. So it is going to be up to you. Remain positive, they say. Yeah, that's come up a lot too. So, you know, I feel that this week there's a lot of the universe trying to say to everyone, remain positive. It's going to work out. It's going to be okay. You know, to stay positive, because maybe some negative thoughts are coming in. Wait, they say. And I feel that wait is, you know, just needing to wait for that spark to come, because you've got a yes. Exactly. Love, love, love this for you, my darling Aquarians. So yeah, there's definitely some, you know, beautiful energies coming in for you this week, my darling Aquarians. I wouldn't be too worried about the wait. I think, you know, you need to just wait until you feel that time is right for you, my darling Aquarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Pisces. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 25th, 2025. So, my darling Pisces, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Pisces, what messages does Pisces need to know? It is my birthday week this week too, by the way. Oh, I just dropped all the cards. Sorry about that. I'm not going to take them because there's too many. I hope I didn't drop any on the floor. No. Sorry about that. These are very slippery cards, and they're big too, so my hands have trouble holding them. Anyway, so yes, as I said, it is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. My birthday's on the 25th, and I am very excited and feel very honoured and privileged that I get to make another journey around the sun. All right, let's see what got as overarching energies. Ooh, new life. Ooh, love this for you, my darling Pisces. I've really felt this energy this week with all the readings that I've done so far. They've all been very positive movement forward. So, like, we did come out of that Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde can cause, you know, us to feel, well, there's a lot of repurpose, re-energy, redo, regeneration. You know, it's a lot of going back over things. But I feel this week is really the catalyst that's going to propel everyone forward. I feel that the energy is really going to start moving forward this week. So with this new life card for you, my darling Pisces, there could be literally the start of a new life for you. There could be a new opportunity coming through. I'll be very interested to see if the Empress comes up for you, which is that, or the Fool, which is like that new beginning type of energy. So, you know, I feel that there could be an opportunity for you, my darling Pisces, to, you know, feel that you are having a new lease on life, which would be lovely if that's what, you know, you've been wanting, my darling Pisces. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages you've got coming in for you, my darling Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for this week on the 25th of August? All right, the Moon, Page of Cups. So there's your new opportunity there. Love it. Yes, there it is there, my darling. There's your new lease on life, my darling Pisces. You're in that energy of being able to, well, you show up for a start. So, like, wow. It just took me a second to realize that. And yeah, but wow. All right. Sorry, I won't digress. I won't go through the whole thing because I'm getting messages left, right, and center. But what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. So here you are. my darling Pisces. This is you. You show up. And when you show up in your own reading, you come from a place of power and strength, and it really allows you to get what you want from the reading, my darling Pisces. So I feel, I mean, when I pulled that new life card for you, it instantly felt, wow, powerful. New lease of life is the word that popped into my head, or the sentence that popped into my head was new lease of life. I feel that this week is going to be a turning point for you, my darling Pisces. You know, that's, you know, you showing up is giving me those vibes, but more than that, just what else is on the table as well is giving me that. I mean, the moon card, yes, it's your energy, but also it's a card of, you know, what is hidden in the shadows, my darling Pisces. So what I would say to you here is, I feel, be aware of what is hidden in the shadows. Maybe just be conscious that there could be things not being told to you, but I feel that that will be illuminated for you, if that makes sense. You know, the moon card is temporary. The moon goes up, the moon comes down, the sun comes up. So, but it does illuminate, my darling Pisces, and it creates shadows, and it creates, you know, shadows, and we cannot see what's in those shadows. So if I can give you a caution of this, it's just beware of what is hidden in the shadows. But the fact that you show up here, I feel, negates any negative that could possibly be here, my darling Pisces. And like I said, what I'm getting off this is just new lease of life, something new. There is definitely a new beginning happening here for you, my darling Pisces. Because then you've got the Page of Cups. Now, pages in the tarot are messengers, but this page comes in with a gift here, a gift from the heart. And this gift, I feel, for you, my darling Pisces, is going to be that spark, that new, that new life, basically. You know, this is going to be, you're being gifted a new emotional opportunity, and being that it's emotional, I feel that it's going to be that new life. It's going to make you feel that this is a whole new lease on life for you, my darling Pisces. So I feel like I'm buzzing in this reading for you. And I felt like it in the Scorpio reading too. Scorpio had some amazing energies as well. And they also had the Magician card as well. So I feel you water signs are really buzzing this week, or you will start to, you know, things will start to move more in your favor, I feel, this week, my darling Pisces. But yeah, look out for this gift that is coming in. Look out for this message from the heart, my darling Pisces, because I feel that this will be what sparks this new life. It could come in the guise of, oh, this is a new person coming in for you, and it creates a whole new lease on life for you. A whole new chapter opens up for you because of this, my darling Pisces, which I'm loving for you. And then you have the beautiful Magician card. So this is the master manifester of the tarot. You can see the infinity symbol here. That's the sign of infinite possibilities, my darling Pisces. So I feel, you know, this week that you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you are wanting, my darling Pisces. And like I said, with that new life, I feel that you can dream big, bring into reality, or put out into the universe what it is, what does your dream life look like, my darling Pisces? Dream big, my darling Pisces. And I feel too that your words are spells this week. So whatever you put out into the universe will come back to you tenfold. That's what I feel off this Magician card, my darling Pisces. Because, you know, with everything else that's here as well, I just feel you are going to be manifesting a brand new life for yourself, my darling Pisces, which is amazing energies here. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but you're showing up here. This is already very positive. You're already coming from a place of power and strength in this reading, my darling Pisces. With this new life card, I just feel that a whole new lease of life is the message for you this week. And this is going to be the spark here. This is going to be the catalyst, I feel. This gift, an emotional gift from the heart, is coming for you. And it's going to cause, I feel, that shift for you. You are the master manifester. Your words are spells, my darling Pisces. Use them wisely. Put out to the universe what it is that you want, and you'll get it back tenfold. That's what I'm getting for you. Beautiful, amazing energies, I feel, coming in for you this week, my darling Pisces. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I mean, let me know in the comments, does this resonate with you? Are you feeling this energy? Are you feeling that it's time for a whole new lease on life for you, my darling Pisces? I'd love to know. So put it in the comments. Let me know if this is you and what it is. What kind of, is it a new, what kind of new lease on life are you wanting? What is it that you're wanting to manifest, my darling Pisces? All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, if you believe, my darling Pisces, ask, believe, receive. That is the law of attraction. Look for a sign, they say. Yeah, I feel, with what else is on the table here, look for the signs, look for the synchronicities, because it's coming. I feel that look for a sign is this Page of Cups here. It's coming for you. You may need to get more information. And I feel that that's just from the Moon card here. Like I said to you, beware of what is hidden in the shadows. So get more information if you need to get more information to give you the confidence to take that next step. Can't make this up. You are ready, my darling Pisces. Yes, you are. You are ready. And you've got a yes. Oh my God, I love this for you, my darling Pisces. This reading is amazing. One of the best readings I've done for you, I think, for a while. And I just think the energies that are coming in for you this week, my darling Pisces, are phenomenal. So I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments if you're feeling this coming, if you're feeling it building, because I can feel it for you, my darling Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.